The girl had a terrifying experience while out on a date. In a remote area that should have been deserted, someone was calling for help. The kind-hearted driver decided to pull over and offer assistance. To be cautious, he told the girl to hide behind the car first. But what he didn't know was that this decision nearly got the girl killed. As soon as the driver stopped and approached, the man suddenly pulled out a gun. Without a word, he ordered the driver out of the vehicle. The driver thought it was just a robbery, but the moment he stepped out, a gunshot rang out. The girl hiding behind the car was terrified. She quietly grabbed her bag and tried to sneak away, but the man jumped into the car and started the engine. She curled up and didn't dare make a sound. As the driver's body faded from view, her fear and panic intensified. She knew the only way to survive was to rely on herself. She had no idea how much time had passed. When the car finally came to a stop, she saw the man sneak out of the car. She seized the moment and jumped out to make her escape. She didn't stop running until she was deep in the woods. She thought she could finally catch her breath. But then, out of nowhere, someone threw a sack over her from behind. When she came to, she realized she was hanging from a tree. Half conscious, she heard strange noises outside. She found a small tear in the sack and peeked through it. What she saw next scared her stiff. A massive grizzly bear was right beneath her. She held her breath, trying to stay calm, hoping the bear would pass her by. But unfortunately, the bear spotted her. Starving for 3 days, it launched an attack. The girl tried to fight back, but her hands were tied. She was helpless. Just as she thought she was about to die, gunshots rang out, and everything went silent. Before she could even react, someone cut her down and she hit the ground hard. It turned out a hunter had saved her, but the hunter didn't plan to let her go. He locked her inside a wooden cabin, then walked away without saying a word. Surrounded by unfamiliar surroundings, she had no idea what was coming next. Exhausted from everything that had happened, she lay down to get some rest. The next morning, the hunter came to the cabin. He dragged her out to meet the owner of the place. After a brief conversation, she learned she had unknowingly trespassed onto their territory. The old man's family had lived there for years, surviving solely on hunting. The hunter was ordered to save her, but for another reason. They wanted her to help continue their bloodline. Of course, the girl refused, so the old man ordered the hunter to lock her in the basement again. As she sat there thinking of what to do, someone quietly slipped an apple through the door crack. She rushed over, hoping to ask for help, but the person vanished in a hurry. She didn't see who it was, but at least now she knew there was someone kind nearby. She glanced outside the door and saw her backpack had been returned. She quickly grabbed it and pulled out the walkie-talkie inside. That was the only communication device her grandfather had given her before the trip, but unfortunately, the place was far too remote. There was no signal at all. That realization pushed her to the brink. Still, she knew survival depended entirely on herself. With that in mind, she started planning her escape. Using an iron ring fixed to the wall, she managed to cut through the rope on her wrists, but escaping wasn't going to be that easy. The cabin door had been tightly locked from the outside. Just when she thought all hope was lost, the kind stranger appeared once more.